Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dike Chukwudi, and I'm the economics tutor for the International Foundation Program Economics module. In the Foundation Economics module, what we aim to do is to introduce students to the underlying principles and reasoning behind our everyday business and economic decisions. So what we try to do is to train students to recognize the outcome of these business decisions and how they sort of appear in the real world. We also aim fundamentally to introduce students to the appreciation of economic trade-offs and the burden they actually pose in achieving economic normative outcomes. A module consists of 30 credits, which spans over 2 terms. And in the first term, the students are introduced to the underlying economic principles behind our every day-to-day decisions at the micro level. So first, they are introduced to the consumer behavior and consumer satisfaction, which links to the demand theory, further introduced to the firm's cost behavior, which links to the supply theory. These two concepts are then merged together to form the market, where we study the basic market equilibrium interactions. So here we introduce students to the basic economic distributions and how they actually take place in the market. Later down the line, we then introduce students to market problems or market failures as they happen in the real world. So we discuss concepts like externality and the effects they actually do have in the real world in terms of overall societal welfare. We also then introduce them to current issues such as the climate change, which is one of the bigger aspects of externalities that is affecting our current world, as well as other economic problems, including the post-pandemic crisis, which most economies are facing currently. In the second term, we then reapply the concepts to which we've learned into the larger economic setting, where we introduce students to basic macroeconomics and macroeconomic problems. So here we teach students the concept of economic growth and development, the concept of balance of payments and current account deficit, and also the concept of inflation and unemployment as the basic challenge that most economies around the world always struggle to keep or to find a balance in. We also, in addition to the micro and macroeconomics, we also give students an insight to other specific niche areas of economics, including the labor economic, mathematical economics, as well as international economics and international trade theories. Our teaching method constitutes of a 2-hour weekly lecture, a 1-hour seminar, and a 1-hour workshop. The lectures are usually tutor-led, so here we give students an overview of the topic in a more formal setting. Then we have the seminars, which tend to be more student-led, where students are organized in groups and asked to carry out various activities which involve solving or at least walking through certain economic questions. And here, students need to develop more interactive skills and also skills involved in working together as a group to produce or provide immediate answers to challenging questions. Then we have the workshop sessions, which tend to be more quantitative in nature, where we go through more quantitative-based exercise to see where students may actually develop, an interest or a strength in the more quantitative areas of economics. And in the workshop sessions, we also provide an ample time where students are given the opportunity to clarify any aspects of each topic they may find currently challenging. In addition to the standard meeting hours, students are also accorded an hour every week for office meetings with their tutors, where they can also have conversations regarding any challenge they might be facing involving the module. Once in a term, students are also given a 1-hour tutorial session where we run through most topics in the marathon and also try to see what areas the students may still find challenging and also create that additional opportunity to tighten those loose ends. Our assessment pattern includes an in-course test whereby students are tasked with showing that they have understood certain concepts to which they would have been taught, especially in the earlier weeks of the lecture. Students are also given 2 academic essays to write, which tend to be mid to long essays. And in these essays, they're tasked with carrying out personal research and producing a write-up that actually not just tests their skills or their understanding of theoretical concepts, but also verify or try to test their academic skills in terms of academic writing and presentation. Finally, the students are given an exam by the end of the academic year to also test, in accordance with the theoretical concept, also these academic skills when put in tighter schedule or in a more pressured situation. The participation in the seminars and workshops also do attract some percentage of marks, whereby students that interact more will also be able to get some extra points on the basis of their interaction within the formal session. What we hope to achieve here is that students can progress smoothly into not just the Bachelor in Economics degree, but also a degree in other business and social science related discipline, so including accounting, psychology, international business, marketing, sociology, and the likes. In the case where the student decides to not progress to a formal degree, we do also hope that our interactions and meetings and teaching would have actually given them some skill to add to their existing toolkit in order to tackle the challenges of the real financial and business world. Thank you very much for listening to this session. If you have any other questions that you might want to ask, you can always either visit the website or contact us via email at internationalprograms@kent.ac.uk.